The news.
I feel like we had like a decent bit to talk about, but then also nothing.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a long episode. Because even during those directs, we don't have to cover everything that was said.
True.
Um,
I think the first one might be on 9/11, maybe. Because like the
hold
other
on.
ones are like Aquaman, and nobody cares about that.
Nah.
So I guess
All
we can
right,
start
yeah, we can
there.
do that. We can do that. We can start there.
Alrighty then. What's going on? What's good?
Oh man, it has been. Well, I don't know if I said it on the show yet, but I got a new job,
Yes, you did.
and I'm in the apprentice part of my job, and it's almost like imposter syndrome. It's just like, shit. Did I make the? I know I made the right move,
Yeah,
obviously for the greater good. In the
sure.
moment, though, I'm like, this is different.
Yeah, I mean
But
you're used to what you've been doing for 17 years. It makes sense why you're gonna feel a little
yeah,
shaky, at
yeah.
first. But yeah,
My
how's it
last
been
job,
going?
uh, not bad. I'm
No.
learning a lot. The learning part is fine. I think implementing everything I'm learning, like it's easy. Like you're in school and they give you a bunch of information. You take a
Yeah.
test, you pass the test. You know what I mean? So that part of it is just like, all right, reading information, taking the notes. When they had a little quiz at the end, passing the quizzes, great. Even when I slip up, it's like, oh, I get why I'm okay. I forgot this part. Blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
But then when it's like at the end, like there's projects throughout the apprenticeship. So the
Mm-hmm.
first project is due next Wednesday. And it's like, all right, create a PowerPoint. You got to present it, implement everything you've learned into this PowerPoint. You're this fake company representing this other company, and they need and it's like, and then all of a sudden I feel like I freeze up, like I'm on a stage and I forgot my lines type shit.
I feel you.
So it's just like Adrian's been helping me a lot, and I'm thankful.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like next Wednesday I have to actually like present it, and I'm just
You got that shit.
like who am I?
You got to do another fucking oral presentation since high school.
Yeah, I haven't done that since school. But I
Yeah.
don't care about talking to people. Like that's whatever. It's just more so like I gotta do it right. I
Yeah.
gotta present in a line of work that I've only been in for a week.
True. But glad to hear it's going well though.
Yeah,
What's up,
it'll.
CLD?
I'm sure I'm gonna get through it.
Hell yeah. We'll hear about the project. Maybe not. I don't know how much you can talk about as well. That's another
No,
thing.
it's whatever. It's at the for those who don't know, it's a digital media marketing apprenticeship. So during this, I'm learning all about like behind the scenes of digital marketing now, and
Hmm.
and like how you projections and your audience, and how you get your audience to what you're trying to do, and how you can present to a company if they need marketing for their company. Like so, for fast forward, my project is I'm a digital marketer, and this electric company
Hmm.
needs like they want to move into digital marketing and eco-friendly electric like meters.
Okay.
So I have to help them market these meters, but their division isn't very good at digital marketing. So you have to pitch. Not only do I have to pitch to them that I could sell their that or give them a plan to sell their product, but I also have to sell them on digital marketing itself. So it's a good way for them to like now everything you've learned, teach it back to us, but also teach it back to us while pitching a
Selling it
company.
almost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I dig that. That's cool. That's
It
nice.
is cool, and it's cool, and I just want to do it right
I feel you.
because it's one of them things where like I have all the information in front of me.
Hmm.
How do I make this go here? Like,
Bit by bit, man. You just stack it
yeah,
up like you're building a fucking what's the game called? Jenga. You just got
mhm.
to build it up like a Jenga tower. but you're not doing
Yeah.
the part where you play the actual game of Jenga, just the building
Mm,
part. Legos,
yeah.
maybe. I don't know.
Pretty much. And that's kind of
Metaphor.
what I've been doing. I was just like, all right, I think the entire scope of it is what's making me nervous. I'll just start at step one
Yeah.
and then just step by step by step.
Day by day.
Yeah. But that has nothing to do with nerdy shit. So, other than that, got nothing. I've been drowning in that. What is up with you?
Honestly though, it's kind of like the nothing side for me too. I'm kind of in like a weird like routine now where like my
Hmm.
life has become the same every week, and it's not a bad thing, but it's definitely starting to become monotonous, you know?
Hmm.
Phenomena. Do 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 do. But yeah, just going to the gym every day
Yeah.
practically, except for I just don't go on the weekends, and then Baldur's Gate 3 is my life now. I was literally just talking to you about it right before we started recording because of how
Right.
fucking much I love it.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, man. I don't know. That's pretty much been my life. It's like Baldur's Gate 3, work, gym. That's it. And here we
Man,
are. And then Starfield videos, but those are relatively easy to pump out, you know.
I haven't played that since last week.
Neither did I.
But at the same time, it's like I'm not necessarily missing it.
Same.
Um
I feel no
again,
urgency with that game.
I think I enjoyed it as much as the content we put out.
Yeah.
Like as long as I can play it for like the laughs. Not
Yeah,
that it's a terrible game, but as long as I can play it, it's just like for that and like, oh, here's some good stuff I can put out for content.
for
Then
sure.
it's a content farm for me.
Honestly, same. Like, I feel like I will play this game via recording exclusively. Oh, there goes
Mhm.
my mic. But fucking, I don't want to play it when I'm not recording, so I don't care enough to like
It's
dive
really
back in.
weird. For me, it's weird because it's just like, uh, shut up, shut up. I said, "What up, Frankie?" in the chat. I should say, "Shut
Shut
up." You
up.
called us sluts. Um,
Listen, if you could see what my character in fucking Baldur's
yeah,
Gate
you are
3
you
looks
are a
like,
slut. You're a slut for sure a slut. But
Torf is slutting it up.
I don't think the game. I didn't. I'm not having a bad time.
Neither am
It's
I.
just not. It's not pulling me to it. Like it's not like I'm not like. After the first time I played it, I was like, I want to play that again. After the
Mhm.
second and third time, I was just like, this is great. I don't need to play it all the time, but this is great. This is a good game. Great
Yeah,
game.
I didn't even do a third time. So there's my fucking explanation right there of how I feel about. I don't know. It's weird, man. Like it's there.
It is weird. I don't even know how to define it.
Yeah.
Like, not define it as a game, but define how I feel about it. Because I can look at it and yes, this is a good game, but it's not like for like start like fucking Spider-Man when that comes out.
Yeah.
I'm going to be thinking about that game when I'm not playing that game.
Yeah.
If and when I'm not playing that game.
I'm requesting off from work for that game.
That's what I'm saying. But my point was like Starfield. Once I'm done playing it, I'm just like
I'm done.
I have to remember like, oh yeah, Starfield. Let me go fucking play that.
It's funny because like I got my laptop in my room now because that's how I had to record my gameplay that actually fucking worked. And luckily,
Hmm.
in the next clip episode, that's where we'll be. And
Hmm.
I have it so that with the most recent one that was just posted, pretty much we line up exactly where we're at
Okay. All
until
right.
so we'll pretty much get to Constellation together, and then as of that point, the clipped episodes are just going to be random bullshit because we're probably not going to do the same things as each other.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that, and it's kind of like hard to keep track of what's going on in the story, but it's also just you're just here for fun, and that's all we're
Yeah.
here for. So
Yeah.
it works. I don't know.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at the fun aspect. I'm not mad at how we're approaching this game.
True. We still got to play that one that I bought on Steam that I can't remember the name of.
I don't remember the name of it either.
Yeah,
Where's my Steam at?
I have no idea. Like I even looked at my Steam earlier and like scrolled my games, and I got too many in the first place. So I was just like, I don't even know which one I'm looking for as of this point.
What is it? Rounds.
Rounds? What
That's
was
what
it
it's
called?
called.
Yeah, I see it. Okay. Yeah, I would have never clicked on that thinking that was it. It's right above Saints Row 2. I got that for
Who'd
free a
have
while
thought?
ago. Yeah. But yeah, man. I guess you good to start the show?
Yeah, we can start the show. Let's start the show.
Start the show.
You know they all got the sauce.
Man, I have a
Level
lot
up.
of games on Steam that I have never touched. Ever. There's so many games. All right, my bad. Start the show. Intro it.
Level up. Welcome back to another episode of the Save Before Quitting podcast. 142.
142.
That's a number that I remembered. As always, you
Good
can
job.
follow us at our social media at Save Literally number 4 Quitting over on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube.
Titty, don't you know?
Titty, don't you know? Where you can also get some fucking merch with the word titty
Word.
on it. Save before
Good.
quitting. Fully spelled out this time.
Who
Phonetically.
doesn't want a shirt with
Well,
the
no,
titty on it?
just correctly. I don't think phonetically is the right way because phonetically is like how you say the words.
Yes.
So just spell it correctly.
Just do that. Just
Yeah.
do that.
But you can get some merch designs that we got up there. We got the Titty Gang, we got Bitch Made. I gotta start making Bitch Made videos just for myself. You know what I mean? Like I just gotta play like a horror game and just post it. You know what I'm saying?
I
think we
do.
get just like and then you'll play some games just behind the scenes, just record for like 10 minutes and then we'll fucking make a video out of it and just do that shit.
The whole Starfield thing has now changed my the way I want us to put videos out now.
Yeah, same. The
Obviously,
Starfield
when we
videos
can take
is-
advantage of us playing the same thing at the same time, we're obviously going to take advantage of that. But the
Yeah.
Starfield thing has opened up an entirely new, oh, we should have been doing it like this.
Yeah, just quick clips. Then you can cut those and put them as TikToks because they're practically just a bunch of TikToks in one video if you think about it.
Yeah.
So, fucking
For sure.
content machines. Other than
mhm.
that, you can also support your local content machines at patreon.com/save the letter B number 4 quitting, where you get 2 extra podcasts a month.
Dose.
Yeah, we still got to record those for this month
Mhm.
at some point, obviously. But the most recent one we did is in Baldur's Gate 3, which I'm going to be talking about in a minute to exhausting degrees. But we did a little character creation with Ant on what his character would be if he actually played the game himself. Because knowing how many games he has to play at the end of this year, he will not be playing Baldur's Gate 3 this year.
I'm booked.
Yeah.
Gaming wise. I'm still on the fence. I don't think I'll be able to get Mortal Kombat because when am I gonna have time to play that?
Yeah, that's like next week or like
It's
a week after.
It's not this week, right? It's next week. It's next week.
I think it's next week, right? I could be
Yeah.
wrong. It could be tomorrow. For all
It
I
could be
fucking
tomorrow.
know.
It might be tomorrow because the reviews came out, I think. Oh,
It
it's
might
today.
be tomorrow.
CLD says it's today.
It's today.
Yeah.
you getting
So
that?
yeah, what? Who's playing
You
that?
get no, I ain't me. Sorry, but I'm just bad at those games, so it makes sense why I'm not. But since we're not playing Mortal Kombat 1, we did play some other games this week, so I gotta ask you, Ant.
Did you play this week? Oh.
What games have you been playing?
Sea of Stars. I haven't played anything
Sea of
else
Stars?
because once this week hit and I was kind of bogged down by shit, I have not had time. In
Mhm.
fact, it was last night. I was done. I was working into the night because I was just trying to finish stuff up. And I just sat on the couch, let a podcast play in the background, and pulled up my my Steam Deck and started playing some more of that. Still loving it. I'm about almost 20 hours in.
Damn.
Yeah.
Double digits was already shocking to me, but
Yeah,
20,
that's insane
that's
for
pretty
me.
good.
It's because it's on. If it was on a console, I
You'd
would
hit
not
me
have that
closer
many
to
hours.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, still loving it, still enjoying it. Just hit like a part where there was a wild twist in the story, so it's kind of
Hell
dope.
yeah.
Um, and that's it. Like I haven't played anything else this week.
God damn. I'm
So
gonna
take it
play that.
away.
I don't know when I'm gonna play Sea of Stars. Maybe I'll make that my Figure Friday game.
It doesn't
Like,
seem like it's a Chris game, honestly.
I mean, it's Chrono Trigger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love the idea of Chrono Trigger. I love the soundtrack. I've played 2 to 3 hours of Chrono Trigger and
Oh,
loved what
all
I
right.
played, but then other games came out at the time when I got that. Sorry, John. It was an amazing gift, and I will play it fully at some point. Um, but yeah, like I don't know, like Sea of Stars is one of those things where, like, I could just make that the Figure Friday game instead of just playing Fortnite
Mm-hmm.
every week and doing not good on stream, you know?
Gotcha.
So I might do that and switch it up. But as far as what I've played this week, Fortnite played it.
Who'd have thought?
Yeah, man, new season's still going, pretty good. I'm impatiently waiting for Ahsoka to be
Mm-hmm.
allowed to
Mm-hmm.
be, you know, given to me as a skin because I will probably use that so much. Um, the most recent episode was I can't give reviews and stuff, but oh man, I needed a cigarette after, dude. I was like, Dave Filoni
Mm-hmm.
did me good.
Did
Uh,
you good?
did me good. Need that cigarette. But anyway, I've been playing a shit ton of Call of Duty to just like stay warm for Call of Duty League. Sad news though,
Mm-hmm.
this week, the game was scheduled to be on Friday, and I don't know, man. Apparently, we don't have enough people to play, so we try to reschedule, and then the people that we're playing, they decided that they can't reschedule, and apparently, there's whispers that it might be because if we just forfeit to them, then they keep their second place standing in the league.
What?
So they didn't necessarily try and even, help us out because, a Friday night is a terrible time to schedule a fucking game of Call of Duty in my
Yeah.
mind. But yeah, so sadly this will be the forfeit's first forfeit of the season.
That sucks.
Yeah, sucks. CLD, as far as why not I can't review it, it's because I'm not trying to make content about stuff where writers didn't get paid enough money that they worked on it. If that makes sense.
Wouldn't
That's
but wait, if they wrote it, wouldn't it's still complimenting the writers?
yeah, but it's like promoting the material like, hey, go see this thing, like you're promoting it, saying it's good. Obviously, I have a specific opinion about it, but not talking about it is like what you're supposed to do unless you want to talk about it, which then you're considered a scab because you're trying to like make content based on the products in which the people didn't get paid for working on it, which is why the strikes are going on still. So,
I
yeah.
guess. Like
Yeah. That's
I don't
them.
know.
That's just personally, I don't feel like talking about shows when the writers and the people that worked on it that made I'm gonna say it some amazing fucking content were not sufficiently paid for what they are making.
All
So
right.
that's just me
I
though.
respect it.
But uh, other than that, what else have I fucking played besides Call of Duty? But I guess just Baldur's Gate, really.
Yeah.
Um, I got to the final act of the game finally after how many hours am I in on this shit? 126.6 hours,
Damn.
and I've just gotten to Act 3. And it's fucking amazing. I just had a
Mhm.
very big character moment with Astarion, who's the vampire rogue character that's one of like the
Mhm.
faces. I pretty much kind of like fully did his story, so his story is completely like checked off in my
Yeah.
thing. And it was a really I did some shit, man. Like I think it's spoiler territory to talk about like what I did, but let's just say
Mm.
that it was like the big boss, right, of his story. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna get too deep into it, but what would happen is when you would walk into the room, immediately when Astarion was close enough to the big boss, it would just immediately, here's the dialogue, and here goes the encounter, get ready to fight. But something would happen where you would then need to rescue Astarion before you have your full party of 4 for the fight. So you would have to take
Okay.
extra time to go do that. And I got my ass kicked when that happened the first time. Luckily, I saved right before the fight. So then I have my whole party go into like crouching, like hidden mode. And I make Astarion go invisible. So he just can't be seen at all. Because if he's seen at all, the dialogue also happens. So I
Mhm.
make him go to the very back of the room. And he's invisible for 10 turns. So he's just chilling back there, just A-posing practically. And then I have motherfucking Lae'zel, the best character in the entire game. She fucking uses this dope ass axe she has to disarm the big boss. And we took him out in a singular turn. And he had 200 plus health. So it was just like,
It's a hell
drop
of
the
a hit.
weapon that you have. You can't do your
Mm.
reaction now that has your weapon. Also, on top of that, here's a monk right next to you that's gonna beat the shit out of you. So I go pop with my fucking not spear, bow staff, and then I punch
Mhm.
the fuck out of him as well. And then my other character has a little fucking sword that sings a song that makes us all really happy and hit better. So my damage was better. And then it's her turn, and she just
You're
starts
damn
fucking wailing on him with a fucking divine smite. So it was like divine against a, like whatever this person was. They didn't like divine. Let's just put it that way.
Got it.
So we fucking owned this dude, and it was very satisfying. 'Cause
Sounds
then
satisfying.
it was one of those things where like I love it when a plan comes together. That kind of bullshit.
Mhm.
So it was fucking nice. It felt good, and now I'm at a part where I just walked into what can only be described as a brothel. And
Uh-huh.
right before I saved the game and hopped on this, I was about to get some payment for a job I did.
What kind of job?
Just, finding somebody. It was just like a simple, like, hey, can you go find this person? I was like, yeah, I found them. They're a dead body that I found already. And they're like, oh, thank you for giving me closure. Here's a fucking reward of go up to this bedroom. Here's the key.
Right.
So that's where I'm at currently in this game. It's great. Um,
You're doing God's work, sir.
Dude, honestly, it's such a fucking. But yeah, that's about all I've been playing. I
Dope.
feel like this is gonna be a quick ass episode with the pace that we got going right now. We're like fucking sprinting at the beginning of a marathon almost.
I think that's fine. We got 2 directs to cover, which we're not gonna go super in depth, but we're gonna
We have
surface
to go
level
in depth
those.
with one thing though.
What do you mean?
Lady.
Oh well, I mean,
Yeah, we're gonna go
we've
in depth
we've
with that
been
shit.
going in depth, but we're going more in depth as they keep showing. I'm at the point now. They got like this with the other Spidey games too, where it's like, all right, I don't need to see any more Spidey shit.
Just give me the
Hold-
fucking game.
Yeah, just hold the rest of that. I don't need to see any more. I'm good. Thank you. I appreciate the information. Shut up now. Because it got to a point with the other ones where they just kept having these like presentations of this game. I'm like, okay, all right. I want some for me. Save
That's
some
the crazy
Spidey for
part,
me.
man. Apparently, like they have shown like hardly anything with the amount of stuff they've shown, which is crazy to me.
Great. Still. I'm hype. I'm good.
I'm
The hype
so
worked.
It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. All right, this is the time where we transition into the news.
Let's get to the news.
Welcome to Say Before Quitting News. Is always brought to you by our Patreon. Unless you'd like to give us money in a separate area, then it might be brought to you by you. Give us money.
There you go. Give us money.
Give us money. Anyway, moving on. Skull and Bones has reportedly lost its third creative director and still doesn't have an internal release date.
Just throw the game away. How long do we have? I'm sorry to just cut you off. How long? There's another game we're going to talk about in this list that I felt the same way about in the news. I mean, I know obviously, I'm sure the millions of dollars went into this game, but how many years has it been?
Yes.
All right. That's how many years I thought it was.
It's been enough to be ridiculous, I think, if that makes sense.
Right.
But
it's craziness.
On top of all of that, the developer Ubisoft Singapore is also facing an organized labor campaign. So that's probably another thing that will push it back even farther.
Yeah. And obviously I'm talking from the perspective of someone not working at Ubisoft or a game developer or working on this game. But sometimes, all right, you know what? I'll take it all back if when this game is like officially like, okay, it's coming, it's just hands down like 10 out of 10. And it's like, all right, well, whatever y'all were doing. I feel like Ubisoft is a 7.5, 8 company. They're like they're not like AAA. I'd be like, you're like a AA company.
You're like a AA battery.
AA battery.
Yeah, AAAs are the real winners here. That's what everything runs on.
Everything runs on Duncan, sir.
Hashtag ad. Bring that back.
Exactly. What we got next? Was that it for that?
News. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It was just that it's not coming, which I mean isn't news. It's kind of non-news. It's just like, yeah, we know.
It's been not coming.
Yeah. But I guess a little fun one that I'll do before we get to the next one. I'll let you take the breaking whatever news one. But Johnny Gargano, who's a wrestler in WWE, was in a video in which they were talking about video games, and he's a huge fucking nerd. And if you watch the video, he's playing WWE Here Comes the Pain, which is like on PlayStation 2 era stuff.
Old game.
On a giant television with a PS5 controller.
It's got the ROM? Like, what the fuck?
He was fucking using the ROM on his Steam Deck to emulate to his screen while playing on a PS5 controller. And it was like a fucking video promoting WWE games or some shit, like to try and like promote the next 2K as well too. And this motherfucking dude is doing ROMs.
He's doing ROMs. That first of all, that is the title of this episode.
That is
doing ROMs. Just sounds like a nerd drug. Like, I got these ROMs, man. You want some ROMs? We can go behind this building and do ROMs. And it's just two nerds with a link cable and 2 Game Boys or some shit.
We should make that a t-shirt.
That is a good t-shirt. I proudly wear a doing ROMs t-shirt.
It's like a fucking drug dealer standing on like the corner of a 7-Eleven or something, and he's handing over like a fucking flash drive of like, I got Super Mario 88.
I got all the Marios you need, all on this flash drive. Every single damn one. Want to do ROMs, Mario?
Kid? This is Chester, the Italian pizza plumber. Now fucking take the game and go.
Yeah. Charles Martinet stepped down. I'm Mario now. I'm your Mario now.
I took 3 coding classes in high school. It came and went into this flash drive.
I'm 48. He has to say his age because it was high school.
These run on Adobe Flash only.
You don't know what that is. You dumb kids. You get on my nerves.
We're making that a t-shirt now. Fuck. What's up next, Dan?
Assassin's Creed Mirage, Resident Evil Village, and Resident Evil 4 Remake will be playable on the newly announced iPhone 15 Pro. What an outstanding achievement for smartphones to play current gen quality games natively. I mean, I guess that's cool. I don't care to play these games on my phone. I guess because I don't need to play these games on my phone. Huh?
It's so weird to want to play something like this on a phone.
You know
Like,
what? You know what? You know what? I'm not. It's fine to. I'm not going to shit on people who want to play this on their phone. It's more so I'm not going to buy a AAA game for my phone
yeah, like
because why would I buy? Why would that be my official copy? I'll stream it to my phone,
that
sure, but I'm not going to like for all intents and purposes. Let's say we could play anything on our phones. Like I'm not going to get like God of War, Spider Man. I'm not getting these huge games for my cell phone.
Yeah. I feel like even not to like lump it in there, but the Village and Resident Evil 4 and Mirage are on that level of game where they need that processing power. How decent are these going to look like at all? Like on this game? Are you going to have to pay $60 in your fucking Google Play or Apple
That's
store
my
to
point.
fucking
Like, why wouldn't I get the console or the PC? Like, why?
yeah.
Like, from my cell
Also,
phone?
Frankie brings
That's
up a
the
good point.
version.
Wasting memory. Like these are going to be huge fucking files. Like it's how much fucking like maybe
I mean,
60
the
to
iPhone 15
70.
Pro can go up to a terabyte. It could fit it, but you can't
Yeah,
have a bunch of games on
you
there.
could fit it, but then where are you going to put the pictures of your dog and your children? You know? Where are they going to go? The cloud? Where the fuck's that?
With all that, the OnlyFans content that you saved gonna go.
I don't think
What
you're
are you gonna
allowed to
do?
save it. That's
Listen,
illegal, Ant.
every phone can record the screen. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Pirating isn't a victimless crime, Ant. You need to relax. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, tell that to the doing Rom's guy.
Tell that to SlickTube guy and get right back to you.
Yeah, there you go.
um,
Oh, they're saying this in the cloud. I mean, but then I'm streaming. I'm buying a AAA game to put in the cloud. Then I might as well just
I
if
think he's
someone were to
saying
put
that
it.
all the pictures of the dogs and the children are in his
Oh,
cloud.
oh, okay. Never mind. I take it back.
I don't think you could store the game in the cloud, sadly.
If you could store the game in the cloud, then you're working backwards. It's like, well, then just buy it for the console and stream it to your phone from the
Yeah,
console.
that's the correct choice in this. Next up in the news, a little bit of interesting and fun news. So if you were here for Figure Friday last week or the week before, or 2 weeks ago, I tried to play Starfield on my
Mhm.
PC that I stream with. My PC runs on an NVIDIA graphics card. Turns out Starfield didn't like that for a lot
At
of
all.
people as well. If you can go on Reddit, you can check it out there. You can check it out on the Steam community page and shit. Tons of people that got the game on Steam were not able to end up playing even on higher end PCs because of some of the like software that they had and the hardware in there that ran on specific software, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
So they put out a little bit of a patch note yesterday. The first update is a small hotfix targeted on the top issues that they were seeing. After that, expect a few regular interval updates that they're going to be coming in the future. The main ones are brightness and contrast controls, so you can now change that, which is shocking that it wasn't even in the game in the first place.
Yeah.
HDR calibration menu, an FOV slider, NVIDIA DLSS support for PC, which is the shit that I was mentioning, and 32 by 9 ultra wide monitor support. And then the one that I don't know why this is so exciting that they put an exclamation point, but an eat button for food.
Yeah.
So, they're also working closely with NVIDIA, AMD, and Intel on driver support for each update that will include new stability and performance improvements. So, in theory, I should be able to run this on my PC pretty soon. I think it was definitely just the game that was having issues itself, like the file of the game.
Yeah.
And then because like I can run Baldur's Gate 3 perfectly fine on like ultra settings and then low settings and stream it if I wanted to do that. So it's like there's no way that I'm running Baldur's Gate, but I'm not running Starfield. Like
Yeah.
these do not
Yeah.
equate. But yeah, other than that, there's getting some performance and stability updates over on Xbox Series S, improved stability and related installations, various stability and performance improvements to reduce crashes, and then there are some quests that have been updated. If you want to go check out the screenshot that Ant posted, Those are the specific quests. I don't know if there's spoilers in there, but I'm just not gonna read them because I know I'm not that far in the game to have had any
Mm.
quests. So I'm gonna just avoid it. But yeah, what we
All
got
right.
up next?
We'll cover the two directs at the end. I didn't see this.
I did, and
The
it is cool. I like
what's
this.
happening here?
I mean, you
Uh,
could just read the statement
oh,
if
the
you
Mega
got.
Crit team has been hard at work these past 2+ years on a new game. But unlike with Slay the Spire, the engine we have been developing it in is Unity. The retroactive pricing structure of runtime fees is not only harmful in a myriad of ways to developers, especially indies, it is also a violation of trust. We believe Unity is fully aware of this, seeing as they have gone so far as to remove their TOS from GitHub. Despite the immense amount of time and effort our team has already poured into development of our new title, we will be migrating to the new engine unless the changes are completely reverted and TOS protections are put in place. We have never made a public statement before. This is how badly you fucked up. Okay, I've been hearing this whole thing about what is this about Unity? I haven't
So
been able to go in depth.
pretty much what happened was Unity, the program that is used to make a lot of video games. It's just kind of like a
Yeah.
software engine, um, kind of like Unreal Engine. Same difference if
Mhm.
you're unfamiliar. They announced that they're going to be changing their pricing scheme for using their service at all. Apparently, this new model bases the changes, including a pricing scheme that sought to charge developers on a per install basis for games that met specific download and revenue thresholds. So what that means is they need to hit a certain number of downloads so that they can make money, or else they need to pay per download of the game.
Shit.
So indie developers who are, making smaller games that might not be played by tons of people, those games would not hit that threshold, so then they would individually have to pay for each download of it.
Mhm.
So pretty bullshit, pretty shit.
Yeah.
And I give extreme kudos to the team at Megacrit for just straight up saying what it is, how blatantly you fucked up. So pretty slick. I
Damn.
think it's great that they're trying to migrate the game over to a different engine because of
For
this.
sure.
There's a part of me that's like, maybe if Ubisoft just stopped this bullshit, not Ubisoft, Unity. Sorry, I don't know why I said Ubisoft. It's because we were just
Because
talking
they're
about
the next
Assassin's
story.
Creed. Yeah. But yeah, it was just a bad decision by Unity to change the pricing that way to reflect poorly on smaller games. Um, and it's good that Slay the Spire did this, in my opinion. So yeah,
I ain't mad at that.
I am not either. Um, Next up, I think we're at the directs, or do we
No,
want
it's
to
the
do the
the other
next couple things?
Ubisoft game that I said I felt the way about.
So next up, uh,
Hmm.
Ubisoft has delayed X Defiance release after the free-to-play FPS failed Microsoft's and Sony's console certification tests.
Both.
Yeah. The extra work required to fix the compliance bugs means an October release is now likely. X Defiant, we've seen a couple times. Nothing like amazing from it, but it was
This was
supposed
announced what, like 2 years ago?
about 2 years ago. I don't know if we've seen much gameplay either. I can't remember.
There was a little bit. They had a little bit of
Yeah,
gameplay. It wasn't anything like in depth. They didn't have like a whole like breakdown of it or anything.
yeah.
But yeah, free
But
to play FPS is just a bunch of Ubisoft property characters in
mhm,
a almost like it's like a hero shooter with Ubisoft characters.
yeah, it looks fine. From what I remember of it, I do think it's fucking hilarious that they failed both certification tests. Um, Fucking Ubisoft, man.
What are they
Um,
doing?
But it is funny that CLD was like, in other news, Ubisoft is making a game called X Defiant.
Yeah,
I mean, they
perfect
when they
response.
do talk about it, it's not memorable, so it makes sense. So
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
next up, what do we got?
Next up, Hades 2 early access coming in second quarter of 2024 for Steam and what is it? Epic Game Store. Took me a second.
Yeah,
So yeah, second quarter, Hades 2. Another one of I'd say everybody as a whole in our Discord's most anticipated games.
True. But I think that leads us right into both of the directs that we got today, kind of out of
You're
nowhere. Um, I only watched about half of the Nintendo one,
I
so
can get like go through the Nintendo
I'm
one.
gonna let you. I'm gonna let you cook.
Let me cook. Let me cook, dog.
That's what the cool kids say, right?
I don't know any kids besides my kids, and they're not cool. Let me see. I hate when like certain websites have the breakdown of the directs, but it's not in the order that it was presented
Yeah.
at the show.
Honestly, it's funny because sometimes when we do this, it's almost easier to just like mute the video on your side and then just straight up like click through it. You know what I mean?
Oh wait, never mind. This one, why did they do it this way? On the website, the link that I sent you from, it's not from the top to bottom. You have to scroll all the way to the bottom of the page, going up, and it's in the correct order.
That sounds like a lot of words. Too bad I
Sounds
didn't
like
really
a lot of
understand
dumb.
them.
It's
So I
cool.
need to go to the website, scroll to the
Scroll
bottom,
all the way to the bottom
and
and
then work
go
my way
up.
up. So we're
That's
reading this
how.
like a manga,
Yes.
kind of.
Wait. Now that I'm looking at it, this is still in the wrong. Fuck it. Fuck it. It's just in better order from the
No,
bottom
I'm
to
just
the
gonna
top.
click on the stream on YouTube, and I'm just gonna click to the. They have fucking like timestamps that break it up, so we could just do it that way. Just go to the actual video.
If you
Here,
want to do it the way that makes sense, fine.
we're doing it
Um.
live. Here we go. There's that link if you need it.
No, I got the video. I'm watching it right
Okay.
now.
First up was Splatoon 3, their expansion pass.
Yeah, it's like
Ooh.
single player. Uh, where's the write up? So I don't get this wrong.
Are the who
Split-
is this like weird white squid lady?
I don't know.
Does she
I'm
shoot
not a
white paint?
I'm not a Splatooner. Splatoon 3's expansion pass is getting a new single player campaign. The DLC called Side Order comes out in spring 2024 and is designed to be replayed over and over, according to Nintendo. The new DLC invites you to see what has happened to Inkopolis Square, the city featured in Splatoon 2. As you traverse the Spire of Order, you can you can continue to level up your abilities by adding upgrades to run speed, splash damage, and more. The new mode also features damage counters that appear when you splat your enemies, ladies, which seems to be a bit distracting at first glance. So yeah, it's almost
Cool.
like a I don't know, like a Hades-esque situation, except 3D shooter, and you
All
can
right.
upgrade as you go on and try to survive.
Uh, next up though was Mario versus Donkey Kong.
Yeah, this is pretty much a callback. There was these Mario vs. Donkey Kong games on GBA or was it DS? I want to say it was GBA. But all of them are callbacks to the reimagined Donkey Kong game that was on Game Boy. People call it Donkey Kong 94, where they just expanded the original Donkey Kong into a full-fledged level-based platformer puzzle game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much what this is. Mario vs. Donkey Kong seems to be a remake of 2004's Game Boy Advance game. In it, Mario must complete a series of platforming puzzles to reach Donkey Kong and thwart his theft of wind-up Mario toys.
What?
Yep, you heard me. Don't act like you didn't hear me.
No,
You
I'm
heard
more
me.
so confused by plot, if that is
Plot
one.
is kind of dumb because
Um,
whatever, but
yeah,
gameplay.
why are there so many Mario toys? And why is Donkey Kong stealing them?
I don't know. I never played the original. I played the 1994 Game Boy version, but that version had nothing to do with Mario toys. It was just Mario versus Donkey Kong, and you just had to make it through the level and
Okay.
find the key.
Interesting. So they added like the weird little collectible to the game so that
Yeah,
there's a little bit more meat on the bone, I guess.
pretty much.
All right. Not terrible. Next up though, this is something that everyone's excited for, I think.
Yes, I
Uh
can't wait for this Prince of Persia game.
I am terrible at these kinds of games, but I
Hmm.
will be buying this for sure.
It looks so good.
Dumb
So
question:
good.
is it only on Steam or on Nintendo Switch?
No.
No, cool. Okay,
Wait. What was this announced at originally? Was it Summer Games? What was this?
I think it
Or
might have been Summer Games because I remember Keeley being on stage and being excited about it, and we did not see it coming at all.
I
Um,
don't remember this saying it was Switch exclusive, but I also don't remember, so I don't want to say
okay,
it definitely was.
I just need less reasons to use my Switch because I don't already, and I don't want to buy a game for it.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, it looks fucking slick as shit. There's nothing to say about this. This is another thing like Spider-Man. Like, it looks cool as fuck. Give me the game now, please. Thank you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dude, this boss battle that they showed, there's like 3 of them. They're cool as shit.
It just looks so good. Um,
Man, some of the animation in that is fucking insane. What do we got up next though? What did they show? What is this thing?
Horizon Chase 2, it's like a arcade racer. Um, you can pretty much, if you've played like Cruising USA or shit in the past, it's kind of that. What else we got? Super Crazy Rhythm Castle, some type of anime game. It's like an
Oh,
anime party game.
I like the character art a lot for this.
It didn't look too bad.
It's almost like
It's
what's
a
it called? Like a
Konami game.
Jackbox type situation, but like with different mini games and shit.
Yeah, yeah,
All right, I don't
definitely a
hate
party
that.
game. Oh wait, no, I said this is an anime game. It's not an anime game. The next game looks like an anime game.
Oh, Spy
S-
X Anya. Yeah, it's Spy Family the anime, but a video game.
I'm unaware.
Cool. Spy
Next,
Family game. Moving on. Take it
uh,
away.
they they showed more of Mario RPG, which y'all know I'm gonna fit that somehow into my life and play that again. More footage of Mario RPG remake. Still over the moon about the 1,000 year. Oh, that just killed the one more thing. Um, blah, 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 blah. They shared another look of the Mario RPG remake. New trailer includes some new details about what it's like to actually play the game, including some new tweaks to the original game's already great battle system. Super Mario RPG is scheduled to release on November 17th. Yeah, they have this thing now where they like there's a meter constantly building while you're in battle.
Your ultimate
Yeah, and once it builds up, like you can like have like a
super
group
move.
attack. Yeah, everybody attacks at the same time.
That's cool.
And then it also now they have like if you time your special attack right, everybody on the stage, all the enemies that you're fighting in a group, all take some damage. To
Ooh.
which, in my mind, I'm like, that sounds cool, but at the same time, I was like, this game is going to be way easier. They made it way easier.
Unless
Not
they
that I'm
made
saying,
them harder somehow too. The what's it called?
yeah. At
The
the when
enemies.
they say, I think it's like if you beat it, you unlock this new mode
Oh
where
really?
the game is much harder or some shit.
Okay. I'm sure that you'll
So
probably
it's a
do
give
that
and take.
eventually.
I think I'll have to with as much help as they've added to this game.
True.
Oh, but I'm playing
Uh,
it though.
this is Frankie says, speak on it. I swear, as soon as I heard a release date on TTYD, I'll come back to stream and finish Paper Mario to do TTYD. What's TTYD?
1,000 Year Door. Paper Mario, the one more thing that they
Oh,
had at the end of the show.
gotcha. Cool. I didn't know what it was.
It's one of the best Paper Marios,
Gotcha.
if not the best Paper Mario, honestly.
All right. This next one that they showed is interesting. It's kind of like visual novel esque, but
It
then
looks
like with
like
like
Resident Evil without the extreme horror.
but with hyper anime
Yeah,
Casper the Ghost.
pretty much.
It looks like kind of like baby's first horror, you know? Like this would be like, you get this for like your kid or something, be like, "Here, this is the world that you can do," you
Beat
know?
this and I'll give you Resident Evil 4.
Yeah. You have to play the OG ones first where you can't move the camera easy.
Oh man. What a time that
But yeah, that's
was.
another code recollection. It looks interesting for what it is.
Yeah.
if it's available on other platforms, I'd be probably more interested in playing it. But after that, we got a Princess Peach Showtime. What's
Princess
this?
Peach Showtime. Um, I don't know if y'all remember from the last. Was it the last direct?
I don't know.
There was a Princess Peach game that they said was in development, and it looked like she's a part of a stage play, and they just pretty much gave more details on it.
Interesting.
I'm looking for the write-up that they didn't add to this page. Those dirty sons of bitches. Oh wait, no, here it is. I'm sorry, I take that back. Earlier this year, Nintendo teased that it had a Princess Peach game in the works. With Thursday's September Direct, we finally know more about the game, which is officially titled Princess Peach Showtime. Peach will be able to put on different outfits to transform into new versions of Peach with different powers, like Detective Peach, Kung Fu Peach, and I think there was another one. It's like Sword Fighter Peach. During the Direct, Nintendo hinted that there would be more transformations than what was shown, so I bet there are some fun surprises in store. This game is scheduled to release March 22nd, 2024. So,
This
if
is just
anybody needs that
reskinned
hot Peach
Luigi's
action,
Mansion.
it does kind of remind me of Luigi's Mansion, but it's a little bit more.
They just added a couple more things to make it like different, but it's just Luigi's Mansion. Like if you look at the gameplay, it's exactly that.
It's a bit more action based than Luigi's
But
Mansion.
like the way that it's set up, like it's the same exact setup, like
Oh,
a
because it has that
weird angle. Yeah.
diorama type shit.
And you're walking around, but it's not just left and right. You can also go back and forth a little
Yeah,
bit too,
it's
and
like
there's
right,
different
left,
areas.
in and out. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the rooms are built the same too, like in this giant mansion, but instead of it being a mansion, it's like a Broadway place. I
Mhm.
see what they did here. Kudos, because it's cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it I feel like I don't want to call this a side game. Would you call Luigi's Mansion like a side game for Nintendo? I think that's
I would say technically, like they
yeah, it's
don't
not
give
like a
it.
mainline. I
In
don't
my
know because I feel
opinion,
like
it's a better game than most Mario games. That's just me, in my opinion.
that is just you.
But it's
Well, you
not
know what?
treated as
I
like the
like
same level as
yeah.
Odyssey. You know, like it.
Yeah,
No matter what, it won't
I
be.
liked the last Luigi's Mansion. I liked the first Luigi's Mansion. I never played the second one. Um But yeah, this it has that diorama thing going, like the Luigi's Mansion, and
Yeah.
what was that Mario game that had that kind of diorama look to it?
Actually,
Was it? I don't remember on top of my head, but Nintendo's good for this. Like a lot of their Kirby and Yoshi games kind of had that same style.
yeah.
Um,
They should just do like games in this style for every character. Like there should be like a Waluigi and a Wario one that's in this style, and it's just like a kind of shitty story that they just throw them in. Same weird diorama isometric looking area, and
mhm.
then just it's a beat 'em up practically for each one. Just change the way they beat 'em up.
Change the way they beat them up.
Money.
Word, pretty much.
What is
Next
this
up,
next shit? What is this?
it's are you familiar with the Saga series of RPG games?
I
Saga
know the
Frontier, Saga
comic
like
books saga. This is not
well,
that.
I don't think this is that, but this is called what is this called? Let me go back to it. I
Saga
scrolled
Emerald
to it.
Beyond.
Saga Emerald Beyond. Yeah.
And the S and the G of Saga are capital.
Yeah, that's like their ongoing thing with that series. Um yeah, some RPG goodness going there, I guess. I don't know enough about Saga to give an in-depth
There's a
thing.
farming simulator in it. I can tell you that much. I just skimmed through that
Well,
part.
it wouldn't be a direct without a farm somewhere.
True. We're good to move from that one.
We can definitely move from that one.
Next up, Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 coming to the
Remastered.
Switch. Yeah, remastered. I mean, they look the same to me. Like
It just like they cleaned it up. It looks like it went from PS1 graphics to like maybe PS3
Pokemon
graphics.
Arceus.
Yeah, like that's what it looks like. They cleaned up like
They
it's weird
Pokemon
because
Arceus fucking Tomb Raider.
it looks like they took the original Tomb Raider and made her look a lot better. Like she looks a lot more like less boxy,
I
but the
guess,
backgrounds
yeah.
and stuff are still kind of like boxy. I don't know. It's like it went from PS1 to PS2 pretty much
On a
graphically.
fucking Snapchat filter on Tomb Raider, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, but I mean, it's weird. I did not expect a Tomb Raider trilogy remastered to be on a Nintendo Direct. That hasn't shown itself anywhere else but here.
That is kind of weird now that you bring it up.
Why wasn't this in the state of play? That would have made more sense.
Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised they didn't. Maybe it's like an exclusivity thing. Like maybe they get it early or some shit. I don't know.
If I
Weird.
was PlayStation, I'd have been like, "Nah, we'll take that. We'll announce that. That's a part of the PlayStation legacy."
True. Next up we got Detective Pikachu Returns. I don't know if I want to play this game, but I also really want to play this game.
Did you play the first one?
I've never played a Detective Pikachu. I just think it's funny that he talks.
Yeah, I never played him either.
It's just I don't know. And it's also funny that there's like other Pokemon that he's like teaming up with that are like ones that I recognize surprisingly still. Like
Mhm.
he was riding a Luxray, dude. That was cool. I like
He
Luxray.
looks through the door, the X-ray door and shit.
Yeah. Fucking Darmatan. I didn't really like him to be honest with you, but it's fine. I don't know. It comes out October 6th. Go do it if you want. I might watch the Game Grumps play it, I guess. I don't
I
know.
love that is the greatest tagline to an end of a promotion. It comes out October 6th. Go do it if you want. What if they said that during the direct?
Man, I need to fucking be an apprentice of digital marketing too, because I suck.
Welcome. We hope you really enjoy everything we have to show from this Nintendo Direct.
Or
We have
not,
much
we
more
don't
to show
care.
you. Like imagine if like when Tears of the Kingdom showed, like Tears of the Kingdom coming out this day, our highly anticipated new Zelda game. Go do it if you want.
I get it, I guess. Fuck you.
You're gonna buy it, so we can say whatever we want right here.
Next up, Ant,
Um,
this is your favorite game that we still have not played.
yeah, no, Trombone Champ, where you can play the
Game's a real
trombone.
toot.
Oh god, just for that.
That's
Moving
what
on,
it
we know what that
says.
game
It
is.
says it there.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
trombone.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not me, I swear. I was just reading what was on the stream. We
It's
gotta play this,
multiplayer?
right? No,
This shit's a multiplayer?
is it?
Yes, they showed a bunch of different like cursors on the side, all trying to hit the track at the same time. So I guess they added that. I don't know.
Where did they show that? Oh,
What
they
part of
did.
it?
Oh, there it is. I
Like
see it.
18 minutes, 50 seconds
Damn,
in.
man. I can't believe that we have to buy this for the Nintendo Switch and have a visual version of this gameplay.
I'll buy it, and you can come. Like if it's, I'm not going to buy it if it's more than $30.
Oh, no, not at all.
I
Our
refuse. I will not
Patreon
do
will.
that.
Subscribe to our Patreon so that we can buy Trombone game.
To play for
Or not.
y'all's satisfaction.
Next up was Battle Crush. Looks like a top-down League of Legends type
Yeah.
game. I don't know. Is it team-based, I think, right?
Or
Or no, this is a battle royale. I think.
it's like it reminds me of like what's that game called? I can picture it, but I can't think of the name.
What's the picture look like?
It's a bunch of
Paint
different
it.
characters hacking away, fighting.
Brawl.
It was an arcade game. It was on Nintendo 64. I think it was on PlayStation 1, Dreamcast. Oh, this is gonna fuck me up. This is gonna bother me.
Micromaniacs Racing.
Nope.
What's up next?
Yeah, we'll just go.
You'll remember it in the post-credit scene. It's fine.
Of course I will. I'll be mad. Next up, War Tales. I can't tell what kind of game this is.
It kind of looks like Valheim. top down, almost. It looks like a Baldur's Gate rip almost too at the same time. Just
Oh, look,
farming.
farming. Ah,
I like how we both got there at the same time.
yep.
After that though, we got some Contra Operation Galuga.
Weird name, but I'm looking forward to this game. I'm going to buy this game
I
because
don't
they
think I've ever
finally looks
played
like
this.
they took Contra back to like OG Contra.
It's roots.
Exactly. Because there was another Contra that came out with a year or two ago, 3 years ago. It was for the Switch. It was just the hottest garbage possible.
Do we have a way to play a Contra game if they're like this? That's multiplayer.
Like, what do you mean?
Like, could we do a playthrough of a Contra game if it's like this?
We should be able to do that.
What game would that be?
I know there has to be a way to play ROMs. I know there. I don't know. Has to be there is a way to play ROMs online. I just don't know.
We could figure it out.
I've never done it before.
We could also just save it until we.
Or
eventually
yeah,
are
I
in
just
person
have it
and
here.
shit,
Yeah, like,
at some point
right.
in the future, soon, coming
it's
soon.
coming. It's definitely soon.
Yeah. But next up, another game. What is it, Ant?
Unicorn? Does that say unicorn?
Yeah. Unicorn Overlord.
Unicorn Overload. At first, I'm like, oh, Unicron Overload. I wonder what that's about.
Overlord.
Unicorn Overlord.
Lord.
Okay, that's worse somehow.
You know, like
So-
Stan Marsh, Lord.
Lord, yeah, I do remember that.
Lordy, lordy, lord.
Fucking Unicorn Overload sounds way worse than me thinking this was Unicron Overload.
Unicorn Overload sounds like a messy time.
It does.
You could
None
probably
of
do
this is
that in
saying what this
Baldur's Gate
game is.
3.
It looks like a strategy RPG, pretty
Just
much.
a strategy RPG. It's anime as
Set-
fuck too. The
Anime,
art's
fantasy
nice.
anime. Yeah, it is.
The chibi form and the close up version's pretty cool looking, but
Mm-hmm.
not our cup of tea in the least bit.
Mm-hmm.
After that, Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. I didn't
That
see
will be
this,
coming.
and that's pretty fucking cool.
It is. This is the one I didn't play.
I've never played any. I just
What-
think they're the coolest looking ones of all the Mario games because they're fun and goofy.
I can vouch for 1 and 3. Never played 2.
Looks fun. You don't get
Mhm.
Gooigi in this one though. Sad.
You don't. No Gooigi.
But after that, what do we got? What is this? A Mario thing? Oh no, it's a
Oh, they
museum.
showed a Nintendo museum that
Wanna
is
go
being
there?
in the process of being built. Of course I do, Chris. What?
Where's it at?
Don't remember. Hold on. Let me see if they say it. Turn my volume up.
We're gonna do a SB4Q vlog at the Nintendo Museum in Shinjuku, Japan, or something.
That's what he said?
No, I didn't. I if I turn it on, then the stream hears it as well. So I just didn't want to do that.
I'm waiting for him to say it.
Maybe he doesn't. Maybe they just say that it's gonna be a thing.
It's in Kyoto.
Oh,
So
Japan
there you
trip,
go.
baby. 2
Yeah,
years.
right.
We
Just
should
to go
go
to
in
the
2
museum.
years. There's a
Listen, I've
there's
been
a
dying to go to
specific thing that's
Japan.
happening in 2 years that I can't remember. Fucking Star Wars celebration is happening in Japan in 2 years.
Japan's popping in 2 years.
So like, if I'm going to go to Japan, why would I not go during Star Wars celebration? You know,
Well, yeah.
Like-
You got to make it work for you.
do like 2 weeks in Japan, like do like a full weekend, and then just fucking, dude, that'd be sick. I want to do it.
Be a good
Next
time.
up, upcoming amiibos. We got Daddy Ganondorf version and Zelda.
And whatchamacallit?
And what? Oh, Xenoblade.
No.
Noah Mio.
And after that,
And after that, I don't know what's after that because my YouTube video is acting strange.
Sora. They're putting the Sora
Oh.
amiibo out,
Sweet. Why did
Which
it
they-
not show me that? It skipped completely over it.
which they said that's the end of the Smash Brothers amiibos. They said literally every character from Smash Brothers has been made into an amiibo now.
Interesting about that then. For a thought for later on. Keep that in mind. But these are
The
pretty cool
amiibo
amiibo.
thing?
Yeah, keep that. This is the last one in mind, and then we'll circle back in a second to get what I'm
Got it.
cooking at. But I kind of like the Sora amiibo. I might get it because I think it's neat,
Mm-hmm.
and there's not much good Sora figures out there, and just a simple amiibo might be the way to go. So might do that.
I ain't mad at you.
Also Ganon because it's Matt Mercer, and Matt Mercer's cool as fuck.
And that's probably the coolest looking Ganon variant of all the Zelda Ganons.
Oh yeah. I mean, I like the one in Smash where he does the kick down.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool looking version of Ganon too. I like him.
Yeah.
But what's up next, Dan? Something that you've wanted to come back for a while is coming back, but in a way that maybe you didn't expect.
F-Zero 99. Now, I'm not mad at this at all because this is the F-Zero of my childhood.
Yeah.
Not 99, but the one it's based on, the original F-Zero. It was a good time. So to see this, I'm just gonna get online and fuck people up in F-Zero.
All right.
Every
So
time
you
they do this, because
like
they did this with
this?
huh?
So you like this? Just, I'm curious. I didn't know
Yeah,
if
this
you
looks
like
dope.
this. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. They what was the Mario one they did? Was it Mario 99? And it's not, you can't get it anymore. It's gone now.
I don't remember
But
that, but I know they did Tetris.
yeah, Tetris is good too. I
Mhm.
was playing that a lot online. But the Mario one, that was the one of the only online games as of late that I was just like first place. I'm just fucking people up
Yeah, because you
in
can't beat me at
Mario.
Mario Kart. So yeah.
Listen, we did this already.
No,
We
yeah.
did.
It's
We
not
did.
on. It's not on the internet to live
That's
forever.
fucked up. That's fucked up. The one thing we do together online, and you destroyed the footage.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I bet you don't. I bet you have no idea.
You're gonna have to talk to editor Chris about that.
There was people in the chat at the time, wasn't there? Weren't
I
people
don't know.
watching that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That happened.
I don't know what that is.
Me beating you in Mario Kart happened.
Who's to say?
Me, because I played it with
I don't
you.
know. That's not enough sources. You gotta cite your sources, you know? You're using Wikipedia right now when you should be using a thesaurus or something. I don't know. Moving on, what was next? Bandletale.
A League of Legends story.
Yeah.
It just looks like a town farm thing.
Yeah. It's just but it's, I guess, in the League of Legends world, so maybe there's like lore to the game and then this as well. I don't know.
I just turned the volume on. He said it's up to you to knit your town back together and craft sources.
Wait, like knit as in like
Knit as in knit.
yeah, like the fucking knitting needles. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, it's really nice looking.
Yeah, I like the art.
Like the art's cool and shit. It's, you know what this reminds me of? And ironically, it reminds me of the show that was out on, I guess, Netflix, I think, Arcane. Because like that show and, you know, everything about it, like the animation and all that shit was fucking sick. But then if you look at League of Legends, I don't want to touch that game with a 10-foot pole. This is technically League of Legends, and I kind of fuck with it a little bit. It looks kind of cool. So it's kind of in that same vein of like League of Legends, the game itself might suck, but everything to the side of it might fuck.
There's
Moving
another
on.
side League of Legends game. Well, there's another one that came on right after this called Song of Nunu, a League of Legends story, which looks
This
like
also
a
looks
3D
more
platformer.
entertaining. Like, what the fuck? It looks so much better than the actual game.
There's a side-scrolling action League of Legends game that I have been had on my wish list forever on Steam.
Oh, really?
And it looks really fun. It looks like I don't know, like,
is this an actual thing though? Like that we are falling ass backwards into, is that League of Legends side story games and shit are just really fucking good, and then the actual game sucks.
I never played the actual game.
It's a very toxic game of online competitive bullshit. So in that sense, I think it kind of sucks. It's like the lane thing where you go to like, you know, bottom, top, and mid, and then there's a bunch of like turrets and stuff that you gotta take down as you get to the other side and destroy it or whatever. I don't fucking
Oh, I get what you mean.
kind of like that. Oh,
Mm,
maybe there's a League of Legends fan in the chat somewhere.
somewhere. Next up,
Next up,
WarioWare Move It. Wow. Hold on. Let me get back to that screen.
move into formation.
Another. Oh,
So
shit. I hit the wrong button.
I am
Uh huh.
really excited for this
Are you?
because this looks like what the one that we wanted to
Oh,
come out
yeah.
was, but this looks so much better because it's just like you use the Joy Cons, but in a way that actually makes sense. You know, like they're WarioWare mini games. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so I kind of like the look of it. I kind of want to play it for the channel. And I think we should.
We can do that. We'll have time, like I said now.
And
Please, before we get done with this story, go to 30 minutes, 49 seconds and pause it.
30 minutes, 49. I'm at 46, 48, 48.
What is up with this man?
Yo, I can clip this. I'm
And
gonna
if
use
you
the
play it, like his emotions,
dude,
it's
his
fucking crazy.
motions, dude. Oh my lord.
I feel like Nintendo. I feel like
What-
they have a sense of humor. They had to watch this back and like, oh, we're definitely putting Josh in the clip.
Bro is moving. I'm gonna share this clip and copy it and put it in our Discord. If you'd like to join, the link is down below or exclamation point Discord in the chat. Jesus
This
Christ.
man is
In the memes
is
and
on
clip.
one.
If you're here live, you can go check it out in the Discord now of what Ant's referring to. Just so you can laugh alongside of us, because Jesus. That's bad.
I just watched it.
It's so bad, man. So moving on
Yo,
to the next
it's
game,
so good. I'm sorry. Let's keep going.
we have PlayStation to do. I thought this was gonna be a short episode, and now we're fucking
Me too, but we
fumbling.
went through the whole video.
Oh man.
Yeah, but WarioWare Move It. WarioWare is doing.
We're gonna play
WarioWare.
that. We're playing that shit. Next up was another anime looking ish game. But it also has kind of
Euden
Chrono Trigger
Chronicles.
vibes a little bit.
I
to me.
saw this and I liked this. I'm like, this.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is, but it looks good.
Yeah. So Euden Chronicle 100 Heroes. It looks fucking slick from the art style. I like it. I don't know if it's something I'm gonna dive into anytime soon because
More of that HD 2D looking kind of.
yeah. This works really fucking well. Like it's crazy to me how well it works putting the 2D people into the 3D world.
Yeah.
Damn. So that
It
looks
looks
cool.
fun.
Go check it out if you'd like to go see that on the trailer. That's coming April 23rd, 2024.
Hey, my birthday.
Right. Yeah. Look at that.
Look
A
at
couple days after mine, we'll get it for each other.
that. Just trade.
Yeah, just like here you go. But we can't touch the copies that we get. We have to make sure they're sealed copies,
Yeah.
or else
I'm
it
with
just
that.
doesn't count. You know. I'm gonna
People are be like,
remember
"You two are
this, and then
idiots."
I'm gonna wait till the episode that week till we record, and we're in person. And I'm just gonna hand it to you, and I'm gonna
Alright.
see if you remembered.
Oh well, now I got to set myself
Yeah.
like a calendar reminder or some shit.
I'm not even gonna do it. I'm just gonna fucking. It's in here,
All right.
and I'm gonna remember. I swear it. Next up, what do we got?
Next up we have Eastward Octopia DLC. I don't know anything about that. That was Chinese to me just now. I don't know this game. I didn't know there was a game to have DLC for. I never heard of Eastward.
Frankie said, "What the actual fuck did you post?" I posted the link. Did I not? I posted the correct link, right?
He posted the best thing that happened in the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, that's what Ant was laughing at. The guy going like that to hatch the egg.
It was the greatest thing ever.
Dude, hatch the egg might be the podcast title too. I don't remember the old one, but like hatch that
doing
egg.
doing ROMs is the old
Doing
one.
ROMs, fuck, that still wins.
Yes,
God
that still wins.
damn it. All right. Which one are we on? Eastward? Utopia?
Eastward, the Octopia DLC.
Okay.
So if you know Eastward, what Eastward is about, they got DLC. Bam.
This next
War
game looks
Groove 2.
interesting. I like the look of this.
War Groove initially was like there before they brought back Advance Wars. This was like the indie version where they recreated their own Advance Wars. So that's what this was. And they made a sequel to it.
I like the look of it a lot. Like the art style is cool as shit.
Yeah.
And I
For
like the like
sure.
little battle that it cuts away to when you get up close and shit. Like that was I like this a lot. Next up though is Dave the Diver. It's coming to Switch.
Good way to go, Nintendo.
Sweet.
Nintendo's just like, let's avoid the hype
Yeah.
and just put it out later.
It's funny because like I still love this game. I need to
Mm.
go back to it and finish it, but Baldur's Gate just has me in too much of a chokehold right now.
I
Like
understand.
I feel like I'm close to the ending of Day of the Diver, but I also feel like I like at least another year away at the same time because they just keep adding more shit every single time. I feel like I'm like, holy shit, a plot moment that has ended. It's just another fucking thing that just adds on.
Yeah.
So
Never
I love
stops.
it, but what does stop is next.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the last DLC course pass comes out.
The final one.
Mario Kart 8. My God. It's just ridiculous at this point. It's literally the Smash Brothers. It's Mario. They should have called it Mario Kart 8 Ultimate.
Yeah. But think about it. All the amiibos are finished being made from every character in Ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
Every course from the final DLC in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is also coming to a close. They're
And the new
moving
Switch
on.
is coming out next year.
Mm-hmm.
It's all lining up.
It's lining up very nicely for them. So it feels very pre-planned. Like while
they planned
obviously
it that
you can
way.
argue that an amiibo isn't the same thing as a game or DLC, it's similar in vein because it's like these games have been going on for so fucking long, and the last bit of fucking Smash Brothers is about to come to the end. Like there's not much left that there is to come out for it. This is the last bit of this, and then it's done. Now we
But,
can go to
like,
the next. Like
That's my
legitimately
thing,
though.
though. Like, so I feel like it's easier to move on in Mario Kart
Oh
than
yeah,
it
for sure.
is to move on. It's like, what's next? You can just do Mario Kart 9, cool. But what's going to be the new? If they just pretty much did everything is here, Mario Kart version, then what's Mario Kart 9? Like, how? What are the car? Like, what's going to be different? What's going to be the twist?
I have no idea. I mean, they could always do like a double dash situation where they bring it back or do a remaster of it, and they could feed off that for a couple years.
Nah,
Smash
they
is the
they, they
one that
got to
I'm
come out
like,
with a proper
what?
9. Yeah, Smash. I don't know what the fuck. They're gonna have to take that
Yeah.
shit back to the roots and just say fuck it.
Do you think that they would? So like, here's ready. Mortal Kombat. There's been God knows how many. 12, I think, right? 12 before this one.
I think this is 12.
No, wait, because
yes.
this is technically 12, but
Yes,
this is
technically.
a reboot. You know, like Mortal Kombat 1 is a reboot.
Yeah.
Do they do a reboot for Smash where it's just Smash Brothers and it's just the OG cast, but like fully rezzed and like revved, you know?
Yeah,
Do
but they'd
something
have to do
completely
more.
different.
They'd have to do more than that. It would have to be, if you do that, fine. But what's the gotcha? Like,
It's got to be like a new
what's
fighting
different?
method,
Yeah, it
something
has to be
like that.
something.
Like they would have to like rework. What if they reworked every single character's moves, like entirely from the ground up?
You know why I think they should do that? Is because they've had the same moves for I don't know how long now.
Yeah.
And all the characters have had new games with new mechanics. Like, there's no reason Mario shouldn't be able to have like Cappy to throw his hat now
Yeah.
and capture.
Honestly,
Well, then he'd just be Kirby.
update everyone. Like that would actually be a really good place to start. Like this is Smash Brothers 1 on the Nintendo Switch 2 because we have to do that.
Yeah.
And fucking everyone has different moves. It's the original cast that you know and love,
Mhm.
but none of them play the exact same. It's practically a different game.
Yeah, it would, I think they have to do that.
That'd be it. That's it. You heard it here first. Maybe. I don't know if
We're
other
gonna
people
see.
have.
We're gonna see how right we are.
We normally are, which is the crazy part, like unironically. But yeah,
Yeah,
this
true.
Mario Kart 8 stuff's coming. You get Diddy Kong, Funky Kong, and Pauline as characters.
Word.
And what was the last Peach at? What is Peach at?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know where she's from or
Because I know what
why she's here.
Bowsette is.
The internet had a field day with
Yeah.
Bowsette.
So what is Peach at?
I don't know. I don't remember.
It's from
I don't
Mario
know.
Kart Tour, apparently.
Oh, so the mobile Mario Kart game.
I guess.
But why? But who? What is her origin? Like, who is she though?
I don't know. They should have put Bowsette in. That would have been fucking amazing.
That's what Mario Kart 9 is gonna be. It's gonna be like
It's gonna be
like
horny.
mission
Just
modes and like just the story of
missionary
Bowsette.
modes.
Fuck, there's so many good titles in this episode. Especially with your Baldur's Gate stuff. Missionary mode.
Yeah, man. It ain't just missionary. You saw the screenshot that I sent of what
I
happened in
did.
game. God damn.
You fucking freaky boy.
Time. Next up, Among Us.
Who'd have thought? New map, pretty much.
New map. I like the map design that they showed, to be honest with you. I wish that my friends played this game more. We had like a period during quarantine where we played it maybe for about a month, and then nobody said anything about it ever again.
I remember that. Where
It
y'all
was,
were playing it all the time.
it was fun too. Like, it's not a bad game by any means. I like this one because there's like some decent mini games they've added and whatnot. But you know, it's Among Us. There's nothing crazy about it.
It's called The Fungal. Among
Yeah.
Us, The Fungal. Don't fumble the fungal.
And now it's time for the final thing, and then we have to do PlayStation,
We'll go faster through PlayStation.
probably. But the final thing, Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door. I don't know what this is at all.
It's
It's
the
a street
reason this
game.
is being made is because there was a big outcry from the fans, and they've been wanting the Thousand Year Door remake because it's arguably the best Paper Mario game. I think critically, like as far as fans go, like this is like the one. This is the one everybody refers back to. This is the one Frankie was streaming. He was streaming it for a reason because this is like the Paper Mario game.
Hell yeah.
I honestly might grab this.
It looks interesting. It is funny. The funniest thing in this trailer is the little baby Yoshi that still gets Mario across that gap, though. I'm like, damn, dude. Like, this one feels like animal cruelty compared to, like, actual Yoshi, you know?
God damn it, Yoshi.
Eat it.
Damn it.
Fell right into the trap.
Oh, you did the OG one? I thought you did Thousand Year Door, Frankie. My bad.
Nah, he's doing, I think, yeah, OG said. But this looks cool for what it is. I mean, I probably won't play it. I'm not a fan of Mario by any means, and I don't think I keep that a secret well. But
I don't think you were trying to.
yeah, Mario kind of sucks. It's the same thing with like Batman for me. You know, like I like all the tertiary characters. Like I like Wario, I like Luigi, I like Yoshi. Fuck Mario, he's boring. He's the Batman of the universe. I don't like that guy.
Listen, man, I'm not mad at you for that. That's just fine. I think Mario for me is like comfort food, if that makes sense. Like I can rely on just an enjoyable time, whether I'm trying to game hard, missionary with wahoo. Whether I'm trying to go hard on the games or not. Plus, he's just like childhood. Like that was my first video game.
I feel that. Yeah.
It's just a familiar territory for me.
Hell yeah.
I got to bring back my pre-stream running through Mario 1 things back.
True. Honestly, that shit was fun. I remember, what was the last like challenge you did where it was just straight up like no deaths or whatever? I think, or no pipes.
No, it wasn't no pipe. I'm trying to remember what it was. It wasn't no power ups. I think I was just trying to get through it and not die
Oh yeah, it was like a no
once.
hit run, and then you didn't take the mushrooms either. I think too.
It was something like that. It's been a
Yeah,
while now.
fun days, the
Those were
fun
good times.
times. But
I said
now,
that like I'm dead. Wish I could have those times back again.
listen. Once you try to stream again with all those Gary's mod stuff installed on your computer,
Yo, I came on here. I yelled at him too because Trenton wanted to play Gary's Mod, so I let him play it. And I was like, wait a minute. And I went into like where like all the extra files you could add. He downloaded like 400 something things. And at that point, I was like, oh, get off. Never mind. It's over. And I deleted all that shit.
yeah, it's I tried to warn you, but it's hard because it's
Well,
also a fun game. Like when you
yeah, I
do
get
that
why
stuff.
he did it, but my thing was like, I would tell him specifically, I'm like, yo, don't download it anymore because I want to install
Mhm.
this new hard drive and I kind of want to improve my computer before it gets
Yeah,
buried and shit. And I saw that and I was just like, I know I looked you in your face and said, do not download this shit on my computer. But he
he's like, I
did.
gotta download all these different guns and all
He
the
said that too.
enemies.
He was like, no, but that's how you play. I needed extra things. I'm like, you
It's
needed
true.
400 things?
That's the shit. It gets out of hand. It's the same shit happened to me, man. But yeah,
And obviously I'm speaking from I don't know.
yeah.
I never played Gary's Mod.
It's
So
it's sure is a sandbox where you just can download unlimited toys, and if you're the
mm,
kind of person like I am, and probably how Trenton is, you like a lot of toys.
yeah, well.
So here
The
we
toy
are.
store shut down,
Sadly, it is. But
sadly. But
next
let's
up,
get to PlayStation. Let's knock it out.
yo, what the fuck was this first shit?
Wait, I gotta get to it.
What
I
the
don't
fuck?
remember that baby shit, that baby walk
Baby
or whatever.
steps.
I don't know, yo.
What in the fuck was this?
The funnier part is that they took this so seriously.
Like, I don't.
It looks like it should be a joke, but even afterwards, they were like, "You've just seen baby steps." I was like, "What?"
Like, here's the thing. Does it look like visually good? Yes, it's rendered well. Is the game concept funny? Yes, it's QWOP. If you ever played on fucking
Yeah, I remember
Newgrounds,
QWOP.
you know what
Yeah,
QWOP is, and that's what
yeah.
this is. And it's a fun, like, idea of a game. This was like held on for so long. Like they showed
I
it like
know. And the shit that he's saying as you try to walk is hilarious. He's
also
like, "Oh, this
who's
sucks."
this lady as well? I didn't catch that part of the stream. I missed like who she is.
I tuned in a little after the fact. Like I tuned in halfway through this,
Mm-hmm.
through the baby steps thing. It's baby steps. Yeah.
Shawnee Benson. Okay. Director, head of portfolio, global third party. Okay, cool. I don't know who this. Weren't they also in like the show for like more than just this? They talked about like next it was Roblox,
That fucked me up. I was like, well, Trenton can never know about this.
and then VR.
VR
We're
Ghostbusters.
speed running this shit.
Yeah.
This looked dumb. I'm sorry. Nobody's buying the PSVR 2. Nobody's
No one's
doing
buying
it.
it.
I see. Like as much like goofy fun as this game looks, I would never buy the PSVR to just play this and the other games that they've like shown because it's not worth it by any means. Next up was what? Resident Evil 4?
Resident Evil 4 VR.
Yeah.
That PSVR 2 is just it's for collecting dust.
It's weird to me because like I see these trailers and like it doesn't VR also doesn't look amazing to me yet. Like it's not
Mhm.
as smooth as it should be, or at least in my brain it should be. So like when he's like reloading the gun and stuff, it's like super snappy because like you know you have to snap to certain areas to like click
Yeah.
on them and shit, and that makes it easier for the player. I get it, but visually it's fucky, you know? Like, I
Right,
don't
right.
know.
I get what you mean.
I don't know. There's another Resident Evil thing they showed after that. Do you know what this is? Because I actually do not.
Separate Ways DLC starring Ada Wong, due out September 21st. The expansion allows you to play through sections of RE4's story as fan favorite character Ada Wong, seeing the suspenseful horror of the original game unfold through the supporting character's perspective. Separate Ways first premiered when the original Resident Evil 4 came to PlayStation 2, further finding its way to a later HD re-release.
Okay,
Bam.
sweet. Um, what was after that?
It was Avatar.
Yo, this game kind of fucks with. Fuck
I
with it.
want to. You know, I need to see a like if they did one of those state of plays where they like just talk about this game. Like I need to see one of those, like a
Yeah,
breakdown of this.
I hope they do. I feel like they will at some point. But
Hmm.
like personally, I'm sold on this game already. Just because like it to me visually, it looks like Horizon Forbidden
It
West,
does remind me of Horizon.
but with like real animals instead of the
Hmm.
robots, obviously. And it's just fucking gorgeous looking, and like exploring in this would be super fun. It looks like it switches between first person and third person, so
Hmm.
it was kind of giving me cyberpunk feels, like that first person type of game in the first person.
Yeah,
So I was fucking with that heavy, and then the third person looks great. Like I might be a day one type of shit for this game because it looks
it
cool.
does. Like when it cut. Like I'm watching it when it cuts to like the first person shit right after the third person. That is very impressive.
Yeah, and it
The
looks like
weaponry you
good.
have, the mobility, it all looks really, really, really well done. I probably like this more than I actually like the movies.
I actually just like the movies from like a this looks pretty point of view. Like the plot's fine. I'm not going out of my way to see them, but like to see some pretty looking stuff done in CG, sure. This
Who's
game looks fun
who?
as fuck though.
Who's making this game?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Ha! Ubisoft, Chris. That's who's making it. Let's hope it comes out on time.
Let's hope. It's December 7th, 2023, so hopefully.
Oh shit, is this
Um,
year?
and it's also I think just on the PS5 it shows at the bottom, or is it
Nah.
just because it's the
PS5,
PlayStation
Windows,
show?
Xbox Series XS.
Uh, well, it looked cool as fuck. I liked it. This next game also looked cool as fuck. I don't know what it is, but
Oh, Ghost
it's
Runner. I played the
yeah,
first one. The first
Ghost
one's fun
Runner.
as hell. So yeah, I would suggest some people play Ghost Runner. Ghost Runner's fun. Ghost Runner. This looks even like more of that same fun experience.
All
I
right,
vouch for Ghost Runner.
I might go try that. I think it's on like PlayStation Plus on a certain level for like
Hmm.
downloading it for free, but I could be wrong. There is a demo available today for it as well if you want to go play that.
Yeah, it's worth
Which
your time. It's
I
definitely worth
might
your time.
might download that demo instead of Baldur's Gate 3 now. Um, Next up, we get to look pretty with our consoles now.
Yeah, more covers and controller colors.
Yeah, these are just metallic, I guess.
Hmm.
And I really
Yeah,
want them to do the see-through again. You know,
they need to bring that back.
like there was a part in like one of the animations for like the silver one where it almost looked like it was see-through for a second. I'm like,
Hmm.
no way, don't tell me they're fucking doing the see-through. And I was like, I was ready for it, and then it just
And then they
happened to
let you
be
down.
some random bullshit. But after that was Helldivers 2. What are
Yeah.
your thoughts? Because
Um. It's like it doesn't look bad, but it also looks like, oh yeah, we've seen this before.
it looks like third person Destiny.
It looks like what's the game me, you, and our long lost third host played?
Oh fuck. I forget what that game was called, but it sucked. I remember that. I hated that game.
I didn't hate that game. It just
I
seemed like Gears, like a worse Gears of War
Yeah.
with extra elements to it.
It
But I
seems
forget.
about right, about the same as that too, to be honest with you. But I mean, it's not bad looking by any means.
Yeah,
I
I wouldn't
just
call this bad.
I'm not gonna rush to go play this. I don't know what it is with shooting games for me, but like when it's PvE like this, sometimes I kind of just get bored of it because
Mm,
after a certain amount of time, the AI isn't really doing anything different. You know, like they have pre-programmed running at you and the way that they act and shit. So you're fighting
yeah,
the same thing over and over and over, and it's predictable. So it's boring. That's why I like,
yeah.
PvP stuff because, you're never getting the same thing twice unless they decide to peek that corner again after you already sniped them once. And that's their fault. But
That is their fault.
this just looks fine to me. Like it looks like a good game with friends, like to play like maybe 3 or 4 times. But I'm not like
Mm,
no life in this shit. I don't know.
nah. Well, it comes out February 8th, 2024,
All right.
for those interested. And of course, the game that everybody loves. Now it's time to gush for
Uh,
Spider-Man 2.
Yo, this looks so good,
Gush all over the place if you want, Chris. No one would judge you.
man. This was this was a great update. I think this showed us just enough stuff
Mm-hmm.
that was new to where I wasn't mad at it, like in
Yeah.
certain situations, because like it's a lot of the same shit that we've seen. Like they keep re-showing the same maybe like 5, 10 different situations. We're not getting a lot
Mm-hmm.
more. Some of the new stuff that we did get though, we did get to see Stereo in it and a little bit more of the web wings
That
traversal
web wing shit
situation.
looks so fun.
I like Miles a lot more than Peters, and I feel
Mm,
bad for that because like I love the web wings, but like Miles ones that have like the red fade, I'm like, bruh, that just looks too
right.
fucking cool, like we get to see Vision's Academy in this world, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um, the switching back and forth, how quick it is
Fucking
insane.
instant.
Yeah, man. I am curious though if like you spawn in the same spot.
Like that you left them at?
Yeah, so like when you switch from Miles to Peter, do you immediately show up where Miles was, just ready to go swinging? Or is
Nah.
Peter where he was in the map when you last played him? Or was
Well,
he
wasn't
doing swinging around or some shit? You know what I
wasn't
mean?
there when we watched one of the last updates about this game, didn't they say you might switch back and he was in the middle of like fighting off thugs or something? Like he could be in the middle of doing something?
I don't remember that, but if that was said, I really hope it's true because that sounds
I
sick.
feel like that was said somewhere.
Oh, dude, I hope that's true. If it is, then
It wouldn't make
dope.
sense.
Yeah. But this it looks so fucking good, man. This game looks so fucking cool. There's so many cool things that they showed in this. They showed more Craven stuff. I don't know what else there was like a dude in fire for a second here, and I don't know who that was. They had like Edward
I saw that
Scissorhand
too.
fingers, and I don't know who that is at all. Wait, no, those are katanas, I think. Wait, time out.
What?
Those are chained weapons. So this might be a ninja of sorts. So it might be the ninjas that Matt Murdock fights. The Hand. I think they're called the Hand, right?
Uh, you would know that information better than me.
Yeah, and I don't think I know the right information, sadly. We got another Venom shot of him, doing his Venom stuff. And then a bunch of suits were shown as well. A bunch of the
Those
stuff you can get
suits,
in the digital
man.
deluxe. Dude, those are
Hmm.
so cool. I love the ones that are just random bullshit because it's just artists that were at Insomniac that were just said, "Here, make us a free suit," and they look thick. The one with fucking Miles's dreads coming out the middle in a
Yeah,
mohawk. I didn't
yeah.
see that one before because the graphics been out for God knows how long, ever since the pre-order's been out. But
Mm.
like I've never saw that one directly. When they showed it in one of the shots, and he was doing like a fucking front flip with it, and I'm like, oh, okay, dude, that's
They just got you.
that was it. Then we get Bully Maguire as well, the Captain America version of Miles from the most
Mm.
recent comics. CLD pointed out Superior Spider-Man and obviously Webman. Fuck Webman. Um, But yeah, man, and there's a 2099 suit that was shown as well. I think it's the classic 2099. Yeah, but it's in black and white, which is interesting, and it's only there for like a millisecond. But yeah, man, I cannot wait for
Can't
this
wait.
game. I did
Can't wait.
notice that they didn't show Peter doing tricks in the air, only Miles. I'm curious if Peter gets his own
His own
like
tricks.
tricks and shit, because in the first game he didn't have any. Then Miles introduced that to the game with like the doing the flips and shit, right?
I mean, well,
So now
Peter doesn't have the exaggerated swagger of a black teen. So I
true,
mean, he can't.
but
do
he's
it.
been around it for a while now in this game. So he might
Swag
just have
adjacent.
some swag that's rubbed off on him. You never know. You know,
All
just
right.
just a couple flips. That's all I want is a couple flips.
Something.
But after Spider-Man, they did more, and I don't think anything besides the last one was really worth a damn.
What's this next one? Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn, November 9th. Let's just go through them. Foam Stars open beta. Let me get to the date.
I ain't playing that shit, dude.
I
It
can't
looks
even-
so bad. Like my issue isn't even with like the game type. It's just that the foam looks terrible visually.
Yeah.
Like at least with paint, it's like flat and a level surface, and you can like see shit. With this, it's just like a
All over the fucking place.
goop pile,
Yeah.
and it's unnecessary. It's like I don't know. Also, the fucking particle animation is disgustingly bad. Like that they're shooting out of the guns.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that, man?
The
the
open
foam
beta
looks better.
apparently is September 29th to October 1st. So end of this month.
All right. I don't like the look of it at all, to be honest.
The
with
way
you.
this game looks and the way they're promoting it, even like the key art that they're using for the font when they're saying what the modes are called,
Mhm.
really takes me back to shit. What was that car game? That fake ass Twisted Metal game. You remember you get out the car and it's like a free for all.
Demolition something. Fuck.
Demolition Stars? Was it what was that called?
Something like that? Or yeah, it was like the same as the dodgeball one that got canned.
Yeah. It seems like all three of those games seem to have the same kind of vibe to it.
Yeah. For sure. They're like trying to be something that they aren't a little bit as well. Which is Twisted Metal in the Cars case. The dodgeball one, I forget what they were trying to be, but it was very evident. I can't remember.
And this is Splatoon.
And this is Splatoon, yeah. They're all just like copies, but in the same style of each other, which is fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
But last of all, and the last thing we'll talk about on this podcast before we let y'all go to sleep, Final Fantasy 7. Part 2.
Rebirth? Yeah, Rebirth.
Rebirth. That sure is a Final Fantasy.
It looks so good.
Sure.
It does. Listen, I'm not typically like I thought 16 looked good too. Not enough for me to go out of my way to get it. But this looks like maybe because I have like a sample size. Like I have something to compare it to, like the first Final Fantasy 7 remake.
Mm-hmm.
And this one you could tell it just looks better in every way.
Visually, it's stunning.
Graphically, like yeah, visually, even in like the fights, it just looks like a ramped up version.
I really like the segue portion.
Yes, I saw.
That was a thing that happened. The funniest
That
part
was a
is that it
thing.
goes directly from the segue to him flying on a chocobo, I believe. Oh wait, no.
No, it went from the chocobo to the
So-
Segway.
Segue leads into the dark fucking Inquisitor people, like the most
the Kingdom Hearts dudes.
yeah, the fucking Organization 13 that shows up, the most dark bullshit from I'm on it. Look at me, fucking Paul Blart, and then it goes death like immediately.
It does. Imagine, yo, you know what would piss so many people off? Like I would be mad, but not that mad because I would be laughing about how ironically stupid it is. But speaking of those dudes in the cloaks, imagine if somewhere in here like Sora gets introduced to this world, and now you fight with Sora in Final Fantasy VII. People would
Honestly,
have a fit though. Like the purists
oh
would
yeah,
be so upset, and I would be cracking up.
it would be kind of funny though, to be
It would be
honest.
hilarious.
I would see. Here's the thing: I'd like it if there was a reference to him in the game,
Mm-hmm.
like because I feel like that's fine. Like that's not that big of a deal because it's just acknowledging that Sora existed and like maybe Cloud went off and did some crazy shit for a little bit. It's just
Yeah.
insinuating that they had a past, but it's nothing that's like, yeah, I literally fought alongside Goofy and Donald.
Yo, Twitter would explode. Like people would lose their minds.
For sure. It'd be funny though. I'd love
It
it.
would be hilarious. It would be so funny. Like I love Final Fantasy VII, old
Yeah.
one and new one, but I would still find that fun. I wouldn't even be mad. I would just laugh like, hey, that's a Square thing to do. That's a Square Enix
That's
thing
a
to do.
Square thing. God damn. Well, yeah, it looks decent for the people that are gonna play it. I tried playing 7 recently, but then a bunch of other games came out, so I had to
Mm.
uninstall it sadly. But I was liking what I played so far. I just didn't understand the
Mhm.
insane love, if that makes sense.
It's well, I think it was very well done, but a lot
Mhm.
of it is built off like the nostalgia play. Like
Oh yeah,
if you were there for the old ones, then this is just like this is we like it's like one of those that we've been waiting for this moments.
dude. I just let the suits play out because after this they gave us a sizzle reel of all the suits in the game.
Yeah.
And at 26:52 is when they introduced the suit with the fucking dreads out the middle. That's my favorite suit that they showed, I swear. Of all the
I'm
created
looking at it
ones.
now.
It's so
Mm.
good, man. So many good suit designs, and these are just random shits that we'll never see except for anywhere in this game.
Everyone is here. How do you top this Spider-Man game?
Yeah, true. Man, I cannot wait for this game. Do you think this is the last game for Spidey?
Um,
As in, like, Peter Spidey.
not they do too well for it to be the last one,
Hmm.
but I think it will be the last one for a good while. They got a good trilogy kind of going if you count the Miles one as a standalone and not
Yeah.
like just a side game. I think you won't see another one because technically that'd be two on PS5, even though the other one also released on PS4, blah, 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 blah. But I could see them holding out until PS6 for the next one, even if you launch it with that, kind of how they did with Miles.
Yeah. What if they did a
Because Wolverine is
gimmicked.
after this, and that's going to take a while to even come out.
Yeah,
So once it
that's
comes
true.
out, and then it still has to have it to run. By that time, we ain't seen Wolverine until I want to say I don't think it comes out next year. I think you see Wolverine in 25,
Hmm.
and if that comes out in 25, then I don't think you see unless they do a whole nother property. I don't think you see Spider-Man again unless they announce it kind of how they did Wolverine during this run. You don't see
Yeah.
Spider-Man again until late 26 or 27.
I think that's when we get Spider-Man 3. I think we're going to get an in-between game with just Peter. And then 3 is going
Just
to be
Peter?
heavily focused on Miles. And it'll just
Do
be
you think
Miles
they ever
taking
bring in
over.
Gwen?
If I'm going to be honest, I don't want them to. Just
Hey, I'm just curious.
because if they brought in Gwen, it would have to be like a multiverse thing. And I
Mhm.
don't think they need to do that in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Like,
they're doing their own thing anyway. They could just have her show up.
she's dead in this universe that's canon.
Oh.
Gwen dies. That's the first thing that makes Spider-Man Spider-Man kind of. But like
Mm.
it's one of those things where it's like I don't know, maybe they could do some bullshit where like she gets revived or something. But
I don't
that's
know.
I don't know. That's just reaching. So like here's the thing, would I love a Spider-Gwen game? Yes. Does it make sense for this current universe? No. Do we need to go multiverse? Hell no. Just fucking let it be its own thing and just
I want
let it
I want
end with a good story.
I want a cell shaded Spider-Verse Spider-Man game. Like the Sony movie Spider-Verse.
I would dig that. That'd be fucking awesome.
Even if that was like a little side project, like, here's this in the meantime.
Yeah. Either that or you can make your own Spider-Man inside that universe.
Mhm.
And then like just be you in like an RPG type setting in Spider-Man world. Go to different spider worlds and shit to solve crimes and shit.
Yeah.
Help out
They
the weave.
fucking Insomniac has to do it though. Now I don't ever want I don't trust anybody else to take Spider-Man.
Yeah. I don't know.
Sony already has the license. The Spider-Man, just make that game.
True. True. But I think that's
What a
the
time
last
we've
thing we
had.
got. Yeah. It's time to sign off for the night. Do you have any words of wisdom for our loyal listeners of this podcast?
Um no. Got nothing.
Hell yeah.
Everybody be safe. Everybody have a good Friday tomorrow. And if you're hearing this after Thursday the 14th, have a good day or next day. Be safe. It's wild out there. Summer's
morning.
over.
Good morning. And if I don't
Good
see
morning.
you, good afternoon, good evening, and
Good
good
evening
night.
and good night. Yeah, perfect.
And with that, you can save. You can follow us
You
at
can
Save
save.
Letter Beat Them Before Quitting over on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube.
Titty.
You can also go to our website, fully spelled out, savebeforequitting.com, where you get some hoodies, some t-shirts, some baby clothes, some bottles. I don't fucking know. You got options
Mugs
galore.
and hats and all that good stuff.
All
Socks.
the good shit. Get a sock.
Get one single sock.
You only need one. You can also go to our Patreon where we can give you two extra podcasts a month where we can just talk about random bullshit. I don't know. I think I mentioned this like a week or two ago. I'm thinking about doing a weekly wingspan game where I try to beat the bots on the hardest difficulty that you can set them at. But
I've been
I'm
enjoying
also
your snaps of those
yeah.
Wingspan games.
I won a recent
I
game
saw.
against the bots and I kicked their asses. I came back in the end. It was a nice little fucking comeback story. But maybe I'll do that just as a little extra sprinkle of content y'all's way because nobody on the main channel wants to see that. So, without further ado, you guys can always
Save before quitting.
And we'll see you guys next week.
We shall.
Yeah. New Starfield video. Go watch the Starfield video, bitch.
Go watch it.
Yeah.
Bitch.
They're good. They're good videos. They're fun.
We're having a good time with those videos.
Yeah. Man, I gotta play that game more. I feel so bad that I don't want to play it at all.
Don't.
I feel like I should love this
room
game.
for other games. You can't I don't think you dislike it, but I think it's
like,
okay
I feel
to
like I should love it. You know what I mean? Like it's like Star Wars, but kind of not, and then also kind of Titanfall feeling with the gunplay a little bit, but also not at all at the same time. But you're also in space, but not really though, because the space travel thing is just a useless mechanic that doesn't really need to be used. So like, I don't know.
It's this and it's that.
But it's also not that at all.
True. I don't know. I think people, it's there for people to dive in. You can always come back to it. I think it's in a good position. It's in a good position to constantly be updated, and you could always go back to it.
True.
And they're going to constantly update this game with it. Like it's like a flagship game for them.
One thing I noticed that was weird. So in my playthrough, when I got on the shit, it was like, "Hello, Captain Chris," and said my name. With you, it did not.
Nah.
I don't know why that is.
I got a punk ass name, yo. You got to, I don't know. Maybe they have a database of names
Well,
that they'll say.
the robot is AI.
Well,
Like
Chris is still like
but you
a
you have Ant, right? You just chose Ant.
I
It's
think.
not hard for a robot to say Ant, you know.
True. Well, then I don't know.
So
I don't know
I
what
was
makes it do
confused
that.
by it. I was like, that's interesting. That it didn't
Maybe
say
there's
it.
something you did that I didn't do that made it pick that up.
I don't know. I didn't see much, but I'll tell you what, it was weird to me. I noticed that. I was like, that's kind of strange. And it stuck with me. I kind of want to look it up,
Mhm.
see what's going on, maybe. But
Yeah.
it was definitely interesting. But free ship, you know, we both got it for no reason.
Yeah, right.
The story really fucking sucks at the beginning. I got to tell you.
It really opens up once you get to Constellation.
But it's like the way they got you there sucked, you know? Like it was badly written.
Oh, well, yeah.
I'm a miner and I touch some not that type of mine. I'm a miner like Minecraft.
I work
And
in the mines.
in the mines and you fucking touch a rock and then you did a trip and then
That's why
this
I said
guy
that.
yeah, like you said it in the playthrough and I'm like, you're right. This sucks.
I'm like, this is a flimsy ass premise. I was
Yeah.
like, it's your first day. What was my example? I was like, it's like you at work and you trip a crook that's running through,
Yeah.
and then the cops come and be like, "Hey, good work. You're a cop now." Like, no, I'm not. I just
Here's
stripped
your
a different-
badge.
Yeah.
It really was that. When you said that too, I was like, fuck, man, that's really the fucking plot of this game, and that sucks so bad.
They give him so much responsibility. This is his first day at work. I'd be
The
like,
funny-
I just want my $17.50 an hour shitty check so I can go home.
The best part about it is like there's also like dialogue options in order to say that, and they kind of just disregard what you're
Mhm.
saying. You're like, it's my first day. And then Lynn's like, what do you mean? Ever since you touched that metal, you aren't
Oh my
working
God.
here anymore. I'm like, it was my
What do you
first
mean?
day.
I could barely mine correctly. Y'all want me to fly through space and save shit?
Apparently. I don't know. I did pick one you'll see it in the next video, but I picked one of my perks as the fan. So I have a person who's randomly shows up in my story at random points like, "Oh my god, I love you."
Yeah,
love
I
you
had that
so
guy
much.
run up to me in my video too.
Yeah. I thought
And
it
I'm
would
just
be
like,
funny.
get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, he's funny as shit. He was like, "I'm gonna come onto your ship." I'm like, "We're moving a little too fast. Maybe."
Did you
next
let him
meeting."
or did you turn him down?
I turned him down this time.
I
But
turned him
next
down
time
too.
I might
I
be
turned
like,
him down.
all right, I'm warmed up to you, you know.
Mhm.
But I also have the introvert thing, so it's like I don't want him on my ship because then I'll technically have worse stats because I have more
Oh, yeah, that's
teammates.
right.
So
I turned him down just because I had like shit I was trying to get done. And I was like, I don't
Mhm.
have time to prioritize you right now. I haven't
Yeah.
even gone to do the main thing yet. I don't know
True.
what that's going to cause. So I don't want to bring you on yet.
Well, it's been an episode.
It
I think
has.
we're calling it there.
Yeah,
Hell of a
that
post
sounds
credit
about right.
episode right there.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna go play Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's great. Do
Baldur
download
is
Ghost
great.
Runner 2 demo.
Dude, I forgot that. I'm gonna actually do that instead. Now that you just said that, because I said I was gonna do that instead, and I completely forgot just because I'm Baldur's Gate brain.
It's all good. You all got the BGB.
I got
the Baldur's
2
Gate
drow
brain.
waiting for me right now in my save. Listen,
True. You might have to go at least finish that.
I got 3 minutes, you know.
Got 3 solid minutes.